Aloha, good afternoon, good
Aloha. Can you
evening,
guys?
good morning, depending, I guess it
I'm
depends
good.
on where you're at, right? So this is Andrew Aloha and Gail Thackray
Well,
live.
in England, it's good evening.
Yeah, but you're not in England though, right? Are you?
No, but I'm just looking at a lot of people on my Facebook right here. Several of them are coming in from England, just around the US too, and also Australia. Good morning if you're in Australia.
Right. Um,
Yeah, they're saying it sounds good, which is wonderful.
okay, good. Can they hear me too?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So, what's going on with everybody at home? You want to share what's going on with you? You want to ask me something?
Anybody
Okay,
got
so Dan's asking me, hello from Florida, any advice for beginners? I never know what I'm doing it right. Well, I
beginners
think
for
he's
what?
talking about Reiki. I
Okay,
presume he's
oh,
talking about Reiki. So I am, right now, I'm free Reiki. I do Reiki online courses. I've been teaching Reiki for several years. My auntie Paul in England is a Reiki master, and she taught me Reiki. And so I was doing workshops in person, and then I recorded some of my workshops and I put them onto DVDs. And then about a year ago, I put all my courses online. And but the thing is, normally when you take a Reiki course, you have to have an attunement, which you normally do in person with a master. So an attunement is when the Reiki master puts sacred symbols and kind of opens you up, allows you to connect with these Reiki guides. So what I've done online is I've done an online attunement. It's a distant attunement. So just like you can send Reiki energy at a distance, which is what we're doing right now, sending Reiki energy around the world to people that need it. So just as you can do sending Reiki at a distance, you can do an attunement at a distance. And so I do have a full certification course, and you do get the attunement. And I've had people say, well, does it work? But, lots of people really, really felt it. So even though you're really just watching a video, I have programmed it to give you that attunement, and so you feel it. So you're asking me, I always feel like I'm doing something wrong. Well, for me, I don't like to play by the rules too much. I like to kind of go with, oh, okay? So for me, it's more about throw the rules out of the window and don't worry about whether you're doing it right or wrong. You're asking to connect, and people say, well, I don't know, am I doing the hand positions right? Am I doing the symbols right? Okay, once you're connected, it's the Reiki guides that are doing this healing. They're coming through you. You're just a conduit. You're just holding the energy and allowing that energy to come through you. And so you're not the one doing the work. It's the spirit doing the work. In fact, the best thing you can do is to kind of get out of your head and get out of the way.
right.
So don't be so worried about, am I doing it right? You just make that connection. You don't have to do the symbols in a certain order. You don't have to put your hands in a certain order. Yes, we do hand positions, and yes, we do the symbols and we show you when to use them. But you want to kind of get out of like thinking about it and just allow it, right? And the spirits are going to do the work. You're just kind of like guiding that energy. And the more that you can get in the flow, the more that you can kind of just go with it, you're going to get more insight. You're going to feel that energy more. And, because people are saying to me, well, I want to be able to get messages. I want to be able to, tell my clients what's going on. I want to know what's wrong with them. Well, you're going to get more of that connection with spirit when you're not working on it, right? The more you work on it, the more you stress about it, the more you try, you're actually blocking it. And the reason is because when you're thinking about something and trying, you're using your left brain and you're more in a physical mentality, you're in a physical body. When you are relaxed and you're allowing, you're going with the flow, you don't care so much, it's your right brain, you're switching off, you get into a higher vibration. And as this energy comes through, you're just kind of going with the flow and feeling it, okay? So don't worry about, am I doing it right, am I doing it wrong? And I tell people when we start going up levels and we have to learn symbols that are a bit more complicated, I say, you can learn them later, but at first just say, okay, I'm giving it a go. I want this long distance symbol. I don't completely remember what it is, but that's my intention. And allow the spirit to come through. Don't be sitting there going, did I do that right? Did I draw it right? Did I not do it right? Because then you're not allowing yourself. So the number one rule is don't worry about it so much. Just allow.
Exactly.
And I've got some people coming through that are asking me, Richard was asking, how do I stop these panic attacks? How do I stop these?
Well, hang on. Before you go to the next question, Gail, can you hear me?
Yes. Do you want to answer that one for us, Andrew?
Yeah. Well, no. What I want to say is I've done your Reiki class, your Reiki program, and I don't know how much you charge for the whole program right now, but I've gone through the videos. I got the PDFs, and when you at the end when you do the attunement, I'm very sensitive and I can feel the energies coming through. Literally, I can feel them coming through. So I and every one of them that I did, every attunement that you did on me through the videos, I was able to feel and sense. So I'm actually I'm a certified master Reiki practitioner because of you and your program. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but if you have time, and it's funny because I thought, well, I'm going to whip through this right away, and I'll do it in a month's time. Are you kidding? I think it took me like 4, 5, 6 months to do the whole program, because after I got done with the first level, I didn't do the second level for a little while, and then the second level, and it took a longer while, and so I didn't whip through everything like I thought I was going to, but in the end, I think it's been worth it. I've done a number of treatments already on people, and I've asked, well, can you feel the energies? They go, yeah, I can feel the energies. So it's not like, I had always wanted to do a Reiki program and do those levels, and this was the first time that I was able to afford it, believe it or not. So, and I thought, I don't know if it'll be any good. It'll be that potent or that reasonable or not. But it turned out to be a lot better than I thought it was. So, that's my testimonial, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, fine.
Well, normally a Reiki course would cost you in person, for say level 1. Will cost you maybe $200-300
right.
for a Reiki day. Probably more to do your masters. I think probably like around $1,000. So my courses online are normally $24 each level, or you can take the entire all 4 levels for $49. So it's really reasonable. But right now I have put my Reiki level 1 completely free, so that there's no barrier. Anybody can do it and try it and see if they like it. And some people, like you said, some people go through it. Some people, whisk right through it. People sometimes ask me, well, how long do I need before I can do my next level? And I think some people have even told me that certain masters have said, oh, you're not ready for 6 months, or you're not ready for, a year, right? And I don't believe that. I think that when you want to do it, when you're ready, you're ready. And the spirits are there waiting for you. And so just, if you feel you're ready to go to the next level.
Exactly. And I think it took me 6 months to do the whole program, but it was, I felt it was well worth it for $50. I mean, if you and I've done energy work before, and this was pretty up there. So if you really like this stuff, forget about doing the free level 1 class. Just enroll for the whole program, for the master program, and pay the $50, and it's a done deal. And then you can go at your pace, and that's the nice thing. You can do it at your pace, whatever that pace may be. And if you follow your heart, you'll know exactly what that pace is.
So Andrew, while I've got you on here, you're an astrologist. Is this something, did you see anything about this period of time, why this is happening? Is there anything in astrology that's showing us why this is happening?
Okay, which part? What are you talking about?
Well, the whole coronavirus, and I mean, it's pretty major everywhere in the world. Was there anything in the astrology chart that might have shown this, and anything that might show us like how long or how quickly we're going to be through this?
Now, you just had to throw me in astrology, huh? Hey, well, I attribute this whole coronavirus to a Neptune in Pisces. Neptune has been in Pisces for several years, and we're in the middle of that energy now. And then it's already start to decrescendo to wane, so it'll be out of the energies in I think 2028. I can't remember, but anyhow, several years from now, it'll be out of Pisces and into another sign. But and I said that when every year I do a prediction show at the beginning in January, and I said that Neptune in Pisces being in the middle of the energy, it's going to affect institutions, hospitals, paranormal events, paranormal activity is going to be really high going on. Neptune and people are going to have to be really creative with these areas, with hospitals, and it's already coming out. People are already saying, well, we have to be creative with this and that, with hospitals and the treatments, and people are. They got the U.S. Navy hospital boat out there in New York, and all kinds of stuff are going on. So people are really being creative in what's going on, and not only that, but it's interesting because a lot of people are donating money and resources and all kinds of stuff. They're being very creative in handling this whole pandemic as a whole, as a one humanity, and that's what's happening. I just listened to a video by Amachi, the hugging saint. I don't know if you know who that is, Gail, but
yeah, I've been for hugs, and she was. I was wondering what she was doing because, if you go see her in person, you all line up and get a hug. So I was wondering what was going on right now. And I saw that she is telling the world just to send light and prayer. So obviously she can't do any hugging right now.
Well, she can, but just not with her other people, with strangers mostly. She probably still does huggings in her ashram, but not out here anywhere else. So, but she's come out and says. She says that people need to have courage, and just deal overcome the fear and just move forward, and that's what needs to happen with everybody. Just take time, like Gail. Every day you're doing the meditation for 15, 20, 30 minutes or whatever at 3 p.m. So people. The more people that join in and do prayers, do meditation, and even taking care of yourself, that makes all the difference in the world in terms of the whole, because we're all connected. And if you're taking care of yourself and you're healthy, then that's going to lead to healthiness for everybody else too. So it's all connected.
That's right, Andrew. We've got to do our self-healing. We've got to take care of ourselves first and get our energy up. So,
Absolutely.
If you're feeling stressed out, if you're freaking out, you've got to kind of pull back. Just take a minute, get yourself into the zone, and do a little meditation, and do whatever it takes to just, get yourself back and go within. Go within your heart. Start to think about the things that you are grateful for, the things you have blessings, that you've got your health right now, that you've always been taken care of. No matter how bad things get, you always get through it. And when you start to think about the good things and the good blessings, that will bring you kind of back down to peace. Because we're all in this, everybody's going to be helping everybody.
Right.
The stress because of finances, because of your job, there are going to be a lot of people are going to help. You're not going to be stranded. People are not going to be kicked out of their houses. If you can't pay for things, people understand. And so, you've got to get to that point where you just go, okay, just take it day by day, right? Just think about today, right now, and try to think about things that you're grateful for. Just take a minute and just kind of bring yourself back and center yourself.
Right, exactly.
And we're all connected. We have spirit guides around us that help us. We're connected to that God spark, that divine self, that higher self, God, whatever it means to you. But just take a minute and just kind of recenter yourself and see the blessings that you have, and that you're that everything always works out, that you're always taken care of, and bring yourself back to the center. So when you start to feel yourself going out of control and worrying about this and worrying about that, just stop. Just stop and put yourself inside and put yourself in that state, in that meditation state, and just take a deep breath and just say, it's going to be okay. I'm always okay. I'm connected.
You hit the nail right on the head, Gail, because if you look at this as a blessing, this whole pandemic, because everything that happens that's chaotic and destructive, there's a reason for it, because it's there to promote change, and assumably and hopefully the change is for better. If you look at this pandemic as a blessing in disguise, then that's exactly what's going to happen. All the good stuff that needs to happen for change is going to come forward. And again, you said that this last time, Gail. We're not going to go back to the same lifestyles that we had before ever again. This is all going to be changing, and assumably in a good way. If people become creative and become positive and take this with a grain of salt, it's going to be good change. It's going to be absolutely good change. But if you complain and moan and groan about it, guess what? That's what you're going to get. You get what you ask for, right? So it's like that.
You get what you asked for. So you got to try in times like this to stay positive. And you're going to have these negative thoughts. You're going to have these fears. So when they come into your mind, just catch it. Catch these thoughts. Replace them with something positive. Positive thoughts are 10 times greater than a negative one. So, you're going to have these negative thoughts. As soon as they creep in, try to just catch them. And if you tune into your feelings, that will give you more of an indication than your thoughts. It's kind of hard to catch your thoughts. Because
right.
we have thoughts, all day long. When you tune into your feelings, and when you suddenly start to feel anxious, you feel nervous, you feel worried about something, catch that feeling and then say, okay, no, and replace it with a positive thought. So that's how you consciously check in. Every time you feel a negative thought, that is the feeling. When you're feeling the negativity, you're feeling the anxiety, the stress, that's when you catch it. And you consciously think positive thoughts. What is good for me right now? What am I grateful for right now? How many people are noticing that their intuition is getting stronger right now?
And that could be a possibility because of Neptune and Pisces. Pisces is a very psychic energy going through. So that could be a possibility as well, of course.
Oh, that's why. I thought it was really more about that the whole planet is receiving, we're all going through a spiritual opening. We're going through a different shift in that energy. And so a lot of people are telling me they're feeling weird, they're feeling dizzy, they're feeling tingly hands, they're having visions, they're having more dreams. And this is just you becoming more connected. It's just your intuition getting stronger. And it can be scary if you don't really know what's going on. But if you are open to it and you say, I want to have more intuition, it will make you relax a little bit more. But I think that a lot of us are feeling things. But we're also feeling things of other people. We're becoming more empathic. So
exactly.
When your friends, your family are worrying, or your people on TV, talking about very negative things, you are, picking up more of that and feeling more of that. So you need to be a little bit more aware of your energy protection. Because, when you're around somebody and you're empathic and they're all stressing and worried about things and they're negative, or you're watching negative TV all day, you're more likely to be absorbing that energy. And so it's 10 times more important that when you feel that, you take immediate action. You just go inside yourself and say, okay, I have everything I need. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be strong. And start to see that. I see it as a little God spark right inside my heart. And I see that spreading out and creating a white light around me, like a bubble of white light. And when you put that white light around you, whether you say it is God and I'm saying the Lord's Prayer and protecting me, or whether you say it's angels protecting me, or whether you just say it's a bubble of white light protecting me, you have to think about it. It means for you feel safe. And when you can do that and create that, and every time you other people's energy start to affect you, make sure that bubble is strong.
Again, you said that right on. You said that right in the right direction, Gail. Whenever you feel fear, whenever there's fear around going on, any negativity out there is connected to fear. So anger, violence, all that stuff is all connected to fear. So anytime you feel fearful, you said it right on. You said it. Just take a time. If you have to do this 1,000 times in a day, then do it. Eventually, it'll get better and better. Sooner or later. Hopefully sooner. But anyhow, when you start feeling fear or coming across fear, either you just sit down and take a breath, as simple as that, or put yourself in a bubble of light, or say a prayer, do a meditation, or just go running, or just do something to shift the energy. Anything that will shift the energy to get you back into your heart space. The more you stay in your heart space, the better everybody's going to be. I guarantee you 100%, everybody. So that's the name of the game. So it's to stay in your heart space, and if you're not there, figure out how to get there. Sometimes you can just go get drunk and get in your heart space, but I don't recommend that because it's not necessarily the best way, because then you'll open up other doors for fear. But that, it's like that. Just figure out the best way to get in your heart space, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, and if you've got family members, how do you deal with them when they're getting out of control and getting a lot of fear, or your friends? So how do you calm them down? And so you want to, kind of reinforce the same thing to them. Hey, look at what's good right now.
Right.
It's all taken care of. It always comes to pass. We're always taking care of it. It always works out. And now is a great time to, be watching comedies on TV, watching comedy shows. I mean, people have been healed of cancer from watching comedies, which sounds crazy, but, when you're in fear, when you have an illness, you need that fun, you need that joy, you need that happiness. So, if you're going to binge out on Netflix, make it something fun. I need to tell that to my daughter, who's always trying to watch something, like some virus scare or something.
Are you right? And yeah, exactly. Stay away from watching movies that have to do with violence and fear to begin with, and that'll help you. But like in my case, my family's 1,700 miles away. I can't just sit there and talk to them. I can call them, but I can't call them all the time, like every 5 minutes. So what I do every day, literally every day, I pretty much I send them love and light. I do a prayer. I do practices, my spiritual practices, and in there I include prayer, and I send them love and light and ask that they be blessed. You can do that for all your immediate family members, and I guarantee you, over the months, over the weeks, you'll see their whole lives change. And I've seen this with my own family. Literally, you'll see their whole lives change, and they'll probably be a lot better off. I can guarantee you 100%. Or your money back. But since you didn't give me any money, well, there you go. Okay. Anyhow, go ahead.
Yeah, so, when you've got family around you, and, just staying in touch, just like you said, if they're not in with you, making more phone calls. Even if they say they're fine and they, you don't need to call me, believe me, when you make more phone calls and you reach out and you make that effort, even though they might not say it, it sinks in, it really does. So you need to reach out to people, especially right now. And for those of you who are want to be leaders and speakers and healers in this metaphysical way, get out there and start putting yourself on Facebook, because we're also helping, so that it's not just your little circle of friends, but be out there and be a leader and be there just for people who just need some support and need to know. Just the fact that we're all in it together, we're all working together, and things are changing, and people are experiencing such, strange things. People are asking me a lot about, I'm experiencing not only fear, but just strange sensations, and I'm more intuitive, but it's scaring me. And if there's places they can go and hear that they're not alone, that this is quite normal, that we're all going through this. And like you talked about, we're going to be a better planet for all this. When we look back, that is going to be very soon. We're going to look back, and I think things are going to be different in a good way. I think people are realizing now that, we have a lot more stuff than we need. I certainly do, right?
Exactly.
And so you're realizing that, maybe I can get rid of some of this stuff. Maybe I don't need all this stuff. Maybe it's not that important. And you've got people, the people before that were like showing off about fancy cars, and, it's become vogue now to not be like that, to care about people. And which is a great shift for humanity, that we're caring about each other, and we're putting our health and our well-being and the people we love, and just putting people first instead of putting finances first, and instead of wanting to be in competition, do better than this person. That we're actually, I think, shifting as a human race to be more connected in a real way. and care about the planet more, and care about pollution and the environment. I mean, we're now looking at all this in a very different way, and I think when we come out of this, people are not going to be as wasteful. People are not going to be. I think people are going to be kinder to each other. They're going to care more. They're going to be more empathic, more in tune, and I think that the whole human race is going to change. I don't think everything's going to go back to the same normal it was. I think it's going to be a better normal.
Exactly. People are already becoming more and more conscious by the day, literally by the day. And so, with this in mind, Gail, I haven't talked to you about. I kind of mentioned a little bit about it, hinted about it earlier. Today, I watched a webinar on how to do virtual retreats. And I don't know about the rest of the gang out there, but if you're interested in doing something like this, let Gail know that just put yes, write yes in the comment section, and that'll let us know if you're interested. And if enough people are interested, then maybe we can, me and Gail can talk about doing something like that. And literally, I'm not talking about months from now. I'm talking about within the next few weeks, if she really wants to do this. So.
Well, actually, I mean, a lot of people are now coming online that were never really online.
Exactly.
Teaching online instead of teaching in person. And the New Life Expo has just gone virtual. I mean, they may be holding the one in New York in May. It's still kind of up in the air. But this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday, New Life Expo is actually having a virtual retreat, Saturday and Sunday. About every 30-40 minutes is a different speaker. So there's about 21 speakers between Saturday and Sunday. So I'm on Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock Eastern time, and I'm going to be talking about energy protection, raising your vibration and keeping your energy strong. But just as you go to the expo and you can go to see these different speakers that do lectures, now you can sit at home all Saturday and Sunday, and I think it's $10 for the entire weekend to see all, I think, lectures.
That's
right?
pretty
so
good.
If you're interested in that, you go to newlifeexpo.com and you can sign up there. And I think it's over Zoom, but you don't need to have a Zoom account. Pay you $10, and then it will explain how you get in. And I think people can leave questions. It's interactive, it's live, and then probably will be recorded somewhere. But if you're not busy this weekend, I think this would be a great weekend to catch a lot of great speakers. I know Daniel Brinkley's going to be on after me. I know there's some psychics, there's some healers. I think Laurie Spagner's on. I mean, there's some really. Go to newlifeexpo.com and look at all the lineup of speakers. And I think this is great. I think a lot of people are going to be doing this. And you know what really impresses me? There's a lot of people now doing courses either free or for like $10 for the weekend, which is wonderful because now people can get a lot of content. They can learn a lot of things that maybe was much more expensive before. So I think the people that are really standing out are these leaders that are coming out and saying, hey, now's the time to step up and help people, and people need to get this information,
and they can afford it too, right? So that and what the type of retreat I was talking about doing is maybe a Reiki or a healing retreat type of thing. So again, we can talk about that later if you are interested in it. But all those out there that are on with us right now, if you're interested in doing something like that, say yes on the comment section, so at least we'll know who's interested and who's not.
Yes, leave me a comment if you want me to do more live shows or retreats. And we can either do those, we could do those on Zoom free, or we could do mini retreats. So let me know if you're interested and what subject you want me to cover.
And just to let you guys know, I'm not really sick. I got chronic sinusitis, so this mask actually helps with the drip and just keeping it under control a lot better than not. But anyhow,
it's just kind of the fashion. But
what's the weather like over there, Gail? I mean, it's like a beautiful day. I want to go out and play, but I'm still maintaining my self-quarantine, so I have to wait until the right time. So anyway, what's the weather out?
We're very lucky here in California. We've got beautiful weather. We've got beautiful sunshine. It's beautiful right now. And I mean, we can get out and walk around the block and not be next to people. I know it's more difficult if you're in the city. My poor friends in England, there's not enough sunshine over there. But, we do need to get out and get some fresh air and get exercise, just, keep walking and keep busy. It's very important that you create yourself a schedule or get yourself motivated to still get up early in the morning and, get things done. And maybe you don't have a job right now, but you can at least, schedule out your day and things that you want to accomplish during the day and don't, make sure you make the most of this time. And that you're not just kind of letting the day get away with you, get away from you. And now is a great time to really learn a lot of do a lot of courses and learn and do a lot of meditation. I mean, this is like a forced vacation. It's just hard to enjoy it when you're worried about it. But if you can kind of take that fear away, and David Wilcock had a great program that I was watching last night. He's a bit of a conspiracy theorist, but it's very interesting. And a lot of what he was saying is, once you've had this virus, you're over it, you're good to go. And although we've got a lot of people really, really seriously ill, there are a lot of people that got it and are fine. And so to stay positive, that we are going to be through this. As a psychic, I kept saying it was going to be the end of April. Maybe we're not going to be completely through it, but the end of April, we're going to be kind of like, okay, things are looking more normal. We can see the light. Maybe some restrictions will be gone. So, I mean, I'm still getting a good feeling about that. I don't think this is going to be going on for months and months, like people say.
I agree with you.
It depends on the collective consciousness, right?
Right.
If we have that positive feeling, we keep looking forward and being grateful, and we've learned the lessons quickly, and we're ready to incorporate those lessons and move on, then we're going to get through this quicker. If everybody is in this fear, then we're going to end up being stuck in this situation for a little bit longer, because the universe always gives you more of what you're asking for. So if you're living in fear and worry, then that means that you haven't quite processed that, so the universe is going to send you a little bit more time of this fear and worry. So when you realize that you are perpetuating this situation that we're in, we create our own reality, and so it's hard, but when you can look at it from a point of view of, I see the light, I see that I'm through this, I see the gratitude, I see what I've learned from this, and think of it in a positive way, we can get through this much more quickly. Exactly.
And the more people that stop or overcome the fear right away, then the sooner that we're going to get through this. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. And I agree with you that even before you and I started doing these broadcasts, I had already felt the same way, that this thing is going to start to really, really go away at the end of April, at the end of this month. And then probably it'll completely fade out in June sometime is what I think. It'll be completely will be completely overcome with this, so or overcome all this. So that's what I say
people
as
are
well.
asking about what to keep them healthy. Well, your energy, I think, is like the most important. Your attitude, your positive thinking is, it's probably 90% of it. But
also food, Gail.
Healthy food, right?
Stay away from. I recommend to stay away from milk, all dairy products. Maybe cheese might be okay, but do not drink, especially if you're feeling woozy or sick or something like that. Especially if you're feeling woozy or sick, do not take in any milk except maybe cheese. Otherwise, just stay away from the dairy products for the most. Eat lots of vegetables. I think even beef and pork. Well, pork and chicken might be okay, but in moderation. And then what I've been doing, I've been making lots of green smoothies, vegetable smoothies. Man, I've been feeling a whole lot better. Like for days now. I think 2 weeks now I've been doing this. So it's pretty awesome, pretty amazing.
Well, I must admit, I do like my British tea with so, yes, that is kind of my one downfall. But I have been, for immune system, vitamin C I've been taking, zinc.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't get anywhere, but I've been taking vitamins that have zinc in it. I wish I could get, a zinc that's a little stronger. I haven't been able to. I got Zycam that's got zinc in it. I do a fresh lemon. I steal it from my neighbor's tree, kind of hanging over into my yard. I do a fresh lemon every morning with hot water, and that's really good. I mean, I've been doing that for a while, and it's been, I think it's made me feel better. But it's great vitamin C, but also that hot water, that hot lemon.
Emergency. If anything else, go out to Walmart or wherever and get some emergency, a box of emergency. And if you're feeling feverish or something, just take a package of that in the morning or sometime in the day, and then if you feel it again tomorrow, the next day, then take another package. Just keep taking them until you don't feel you're feeling better. And then we talked about this earlier. Again, the vitamin C supplements and the emergency. I recommend putting, if you're feeling sick for sure, put Vicks on your throat and on your chest and some in your sinuses or your nose. And then there's all kinds of stuff that people are coming out with, and even you had some kind of a crystal mat that you were sitting on or laying on.
Crystal mat, yeah. It's an amethyst mat that I got, and I'd always wanted an amethyst mat, but they were about $2,000-$3,000, and they're made with crystals, real amethyst, inside like a heating pad. Well, I found this company that makes them for a fraction of the price.
Wow.
They start at like $150. And the mat is not only an infrared heating mat, it's got the amethyst crystals throughout, so you've got that healing power. But it's also got black tourmaline. Well, black tourmaline is known for sucking out negative energy. So the mat, it's got amethyst, it's got black tourmaline, and it comes with like a Mylar blanket, so you can wrap yourself in this blanket. And then I get my eucalyptus oil, my respiratory relief. I put it right here, and I put my blanket up, and then I've got my whole little sauna going on. And so my whole family, we fight over that every night. We take a half an hour turn on the mat, and get ourselves a little sauna. But if I've had flu symptoms, not been feeling well, that is definitely something.
Absolutely.
I have it normally under my John of God bed, so I get that, and I get the John of God crystals.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now.
And
then these essential oils that I use.
Oh, yeah.
I have the essential oils like the eucalyptus, the respiratory relief. So you can use those like a steam. So I've been doing those, getting them up. Really, you put them in a pan of water or a steam. If you have a steamer in your shower, that's great. But if not, a pan of water, you put a few drops in the top or a humidifier, and then literally breathe them into your sinuses, into your chest. So I've been doing that a lot. And you've got a humidifier. You put that in the
diffuser.
In the air.
Yeah, you could put a 1:1 ratio of eucalyptus, peppermint, lemon, and tea tree oil helps dry up your sinuses and your lungs. So you can do this. I was feeling sick several months ago with the flu. I believe it was the flu, and I did this for about a week, and after a while, it just pretty much all went away. Within 2 weeks, it was completely gone, but most of it was gone within a week. So, so if you think it's going to help you heal, do it. If you just feel it, just do it. As long as it's legal, right? But that's besides the point.
And then I have colloidal silver, which I've been using a lot. So the colloidal silver, you can spray it in your throat. It's great to boost your immunity, but if you have a cold or a flu and use that at the beginning, I mean, it pretty much knocks it out right away. If it's going to do anything with this coronavirus, I mean, we don't know. But hey, I'm trying everything that normally works for colds and flus. Why not? Boost your immune system. And the thing that I've been doing with it is, I get it out. You feel like touching your face a lot, right? You don't realize how much you touch your face and your eyes, like your eyes itch. And so, if I touch my eyes, then I'm like, oh yeah, that wasn't good. I'll take the colloidal silver
as I touch my eyes,
because it's a gentle silver solution. It doesn't sting or anything. Spray it in your eyes. And I was trying to spray it up my nose, but my girl has made me some nasal spray colloidal silver, so you can squirt it right up your nose.
Oh, nice.
I was having a hard time squirting it up my nose. Doesn't really work.
No.
So colloidal silver is wonderful, and it's sold out a lot of places. I mean, because this is one of those things that is a known remedy for colds and flus. So if you go on Amazon or go to health stores, they're sold out of colloidal silver. So I have it. I have colloidal silver, and I have it in the colloidal silver nasal spray, and I have colloidal silver hand sanitizer too.
Now, one of the other things that's been going on is that if you take ibuprofen, and it's funny because about 3-4 weeks ago, I just stopped taking ibuprofen completely because I used to take it every night to help me sleep and relax my muscles, right? So, and I just stopped taking it completely. But if you're taking ibuprofen or Advil right now, it's highly recommended that you stop taking it at all costs.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I heard that. In fact, in France, they have temporarily banned ibuprofen while this coronavirus is on. And I talked to an ER doctor, and he told me, oh yeah, it's totally true, because at the stage 2 coronavirus, if you've got ibuprofen in your system, it's actually going to, I'm not sure exactly, but he explained that it's going to counteract, and it's actually going to cause you more problems. And so, I'd heard that in Italy, they said that almost everybody that died had ibuprofen.
Exactly.
And, if I get a headache, that's what I usually take. So they're saying Tylenol is safe, but don't take ibuprofen, and probably not aspirin, told me, but definitely not ibuprofen. So I have, hidden the bottles of ibuprofen, and that you definitely do not take that right now, just in case you were to get coronavirus.
And even with
that is not a good combination.
Even with Tylenol, I would be I would back off even with Tylenol. If you're taking a lot of Tylenol, I would back down with that, even with that.
Well, the way the doctor explained it to me is that these steroid drugs like ibuprofen, the way that they work, it actually exasperates the coronavirus, whereas Tylenol works in a different way. So he told me Tylenol was safe.
And of course, wash your hands plenty. Stay away from people. At least probably 6 feet is my guess. But
you know what they're saying now. Okay, so
go ahead.
I have an elderly assisted living home, and we have been. My manager locked down visitors. I mean, like 2 weeks before all of this. I thought he was being a bit crazy. But because of the elderly living situation, if it was to get in there, it would be devastating.
Right.
And so we have been getting different briefings as far as this. We've been having basically Skype inspections, taking people's temperature every hour. And from what we've been hearing is, if you were to be in somebody's air, like, so for instance,
exactly,
there were some places where people had coronavirus and had now left, and they tested the air 3 days later. The air in the room still had coronavirus, and so basically what they're saying is that if you're, like in the supermarket and you're 12 foot away from somebody and they're shopping, and then they move on, and then you go to that same area that they were shopping in, it could just be in the air that you're breathing, even if they didn't have any symptoms. And so, they would recommend masks to everybody, but there's not enough masks, so they don't want to come out and recommend masks. So I think, when you're out and you have to go to the supermarket, whatever, it's probably better to wear a mask and be extremely cautious. And I don't even know if 6 feet is even, it's even going to be okay.
Especially if it's cold out, because again, this is not. We used to have the stomach flu. This is a sinus flu now, and that's where it's lodged in. It lodges itself in. So that's what you want to do, is protect your sinuses and keep warm. Whatever you do, keep warm at all costs. And especially if you go out in the cold, you might definitely want to wear a mask. And the other thing you can do, I don't know if you can see this very well, but this is an app for measuring air quality in your area, whatever that is. I would download 1 or 2 or 3 apps and check your air regularly. I don't know, again, if it measures or if it picks up the coronavirus or not. My guess is that if there's any kind of bad air in the air, no pun intended, it'll probably pick it up, or something up. So download a air quality app. Just there's all kinds of them out there.
But be careful when you're out and when you come back in to clean everything. But then once you're home, don't worry and stress about it. Once you're in your house and you've gone out, you've taken your precautions, you come back in, you wash your hands, you wash your clothes, you're in, don't be freaking out and worrying about it. And then if you can stay in that environment as much as you can, because people are freaking out when they're at home and scrubbing everything and cleaning everything.
Right.
Just take your precautions when you go out, but don't get too stressed out about it.
Again, heat kills this virus. Heat does. And so again, just like Gail said, as soon as you get home, wash your hand. Now, when I understand from what some of the people are saying, the clothes, going and washing your clothes right away, I don't think is a big factor. It could be, but from what I've seen so far, it's not. So I wouldn't worry. But definitely washing your hands, and if you feel like you need to take a shower or a bath or whatever, do it. If you feel like something is not right, then fix it, change it, whatever helps.
I use what's it called? Epsom salt, which has got magnesium in it. I like to take a bath with Epsom salt, which is really good, and Himalayan salt to clear off not just like any viruses or whatever, but it's actually great for clearing your aura, for clearing
it is
negative in your aura. Yeah. And I've got some essential oils like frankincense.
You just reminded me, Gail. I need to go buy some salt. I forgot about that. Jeez. All right. Well, you got a thing going on, expo going on this weekend.
I got an expo this weekend. So if you're interested, go to newlifeexpo.com, and there will be lectures all day Saturday and lectures all day Sunday live. You'll be able to interact with your favorite speakers and ask them questions. And mine is at 2:00 Eastern time on Sunday.
Oh, Eastern.
It's all day long, Saturday and Sunday.
So that's going to be 11 o'clock Pacific time in otherwise?
Yes, 11 o'clock Pacific time. That's going to be mine. But there'll be speakers all day long. So it's $10 for the entire weekend. So if you're going to sign up, you might as well see as many speakers as you can in a 24-hour period. I'm not sure if it'll be recorded. Probably will be. You'll probably get to watch it later as well. But if you want to catch it live, where you can actually text questions and they can answer you live. And we'll probably do this again next week, right, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm up. I'm game. Why not? Sure, why not?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So please leave comments if you've got questions. I'll be happy to answer them, or if you'd like us to talk about anything else next time.
Thanks for stopping by. Be the love that you are, always have been, and always will be. Aloha.